If you ever found yourself wondering, does he actually feel fulfilled with me, or is he just here because it's familiar? If you ever felt a shift, less effort, less presence, less emotional curiosity, but you can't quite name the change, this episode is for you. Because there's a quiet kind of heartbreak that doesn't come from betrayal. It comes from being slowly taken for granted. So today, we're going to talk about the difference between being chosen intentionally and being kept out of comfort. And more importantly, how to trust what your body and heart have been sensing without shaming yourself for staying too long. Comfort in a relationship is not bad. Safety is not bad. Stability is not bad. But comfort becomes harmful because it replaces emotional presence. A partner who is emotionally satisfied with you remains curious about you, invest in emotional connection, respond to your feelings, care how you experience the relationship. A partner who is just comfortable stops asking deeper questions, assumes you'll always be there, becomes passive in effort, invests less emotionally, relies on routines instead of intention. Comfort says, you're here. Emotional satisfaction says, I choose you. Emotional neglect doesn't announce itself loudly. It shows up quietly. Conversations become surface level. Your emotional needs feel like too much. You're the one initiating closeness. Affection becomes mechanical. Appreciation fades. And you start feeling lonely in the relationship. And the hardest part, you start working harder to earn the connection that used to be natural. This is where many women begin to overgive, not because they're needy, but because they sense emotional distance and try to repair it alone. For many women, emotional inconsistency feels familiar. If you grew up with emotional unpredictability, your nervous system learned to associate love with effort. So when a relationship becomes emotionally flat, your body might interpret that discomfort as I need to try harder instead of this dynamic is no longer nourishing me. Comfort without emotional presence can feel safer than abandonment, even when it slowly erodes your self-worth. You don't stay because you're weak, you stay because your nervous system learned to tolerate disconnection in exchange for stability. One of the clearest signs that you're being emotionally neglected is when you begin to shrink. You stop bringing things up, you self soothe instead of reaching out. You tell yourself you're asking for too much, not because you don't need connection, but because you no longer feel safe expecting it. That's not emotional maturity, that's emotional resignation. So ask yourself gently, do I feel emotionally seen here? Does my partner invest in my inner world? Do I feel like a priority or a convenience? When I'm vulnerable, am I met with care or dismissal? Do I feel nourished or depleted? Love that is alive feels engaged. Love that has gone emotionally dormant feels functional. You deserve more than functionality. You deserve emotional presence. Leaving emotional neglect is difficult because there is no clear villain. There may be no abuse, no dramatic betrayal, just absence. And absence is harder to confront than harm because you're not leaving pain, you're leaving hope. The hope that if you give more, love will return. But love does not return through self abandonment. Your body notices when something feels off, long before your mind can actually explain it. That heaviness you feel, that quiet loneliness, the emotional hunger you can't name, those are not flaws, they are information. Self trust means honoring the truth of your experience, even when it disrupts your comfort. You don't need to make your partner the villain to acknowledge that your needs are being met. Not every relationship ends because somebody is bad. Some end because you're outgrown the version of love that once felt safe. Choosing yourself doesn't mean you failed at love. It means you finally honor your emotional reality. If this episode put words to something that you've been feeling but you couldn't quite put a name on it, it's not your imagination. And you're not too sensitive. You are emotionally aware. You are allowed to want a relationship that feels emotionally alive, not just convenient. So if this episode resonated with you, comment down below. I choose emotional presence. When you like this video, you help another woman realize she's not asking for too much. When you subscribe, you help this space grow into a place of clarity, safety, and self-respect. And when you share the video, you become part of another woman's awakening. We don't heal in isolation. We heal in truth. We heal in connection. And you choosing emotional honesty today is how you continue to break the chain. And I am very proud of you for being here today. So let's keep healing and growing together. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.